So what if the real secret to unlocking the insane speed of the Nike Alphafly 3 isn't about stronger legs, but a different mindset? In this explainer, we're going to break down a whole new theory of mechanics that could completely change how you run in these incredible shoes.
I mean, just look at this thing. It's a technological marvel. It's packed with carbon plates, ZoomX foam, AirPods. Everything is engineered with one single purpose: to make you faster. It's a promise of new PRs, pure and simple.
But here's the weird thing. For so many runners, the reality is the total opposite. Instead of feeling fast and floaty, they feel beat up, unstable, like they're in a constant fight with the very shoe that's supposed to be helping them. So what's going on?
Well, it all comes down to what we're calling fighting the spring. And this is a story that's probably going to sound super familiar if you've ever laced up a pair of these and just felt, well, completely overwhelmed by them.
This idea really clicked for one 5-time marathoner who had this huge aha moment. The awful hamstring cramps he'd get late in a race, they weren't because he was out of shape. No, they were a mechanical penalty, a price he was paying for fighting against the shoe.
And here's where it gets really interesting. It's our own natural instincts that lead us astray. You feel that massive pop from the shoe, and your brain just screams, reach out, catch it, control it. That's overstriding, and folks, that is the root cause of all the problems.
And that one mistake sets off this disastrous chain reaction. The shoe's energy feels wild, so you instinctively overstride to tame it. But landing way out in front of your body is like slamming on the brakes with every single footstep. Your hamstrings have to work like crazy to pull you through until, boom, they just give out.
So the key here, the breakthrough, is that you can't fix this by just running harder or getting fitter. You need a total mental shift. You have to learn a new way of thinking to unlock what this shoe can really do. And here it is. This is the turning point. You have to completely stop trying to create propulsion. Let that go. The shoe handles the propulsion. Your new job, your only job, is to create a rock-solid, stable platform for the shoe to do its magic.
This right here boils it all down. The old way is muscling the shoe, actively pushing off the ground. The new way is all about loading the shoe, trusting it. You just apply your body weight and let the shoe's physics do all the heavy lifting.
Okay, so how do we actually do this? Let's get into the nitty-gritty, the practical how-to of these new running mechanics. It all starts from the ground up, with the foundation, a stable, mid-foot landing. I want you to picture your lower leg as a stiff, vertical column. The goal is to land with your foot directly underneath you, so all your body weight drops straight down and fully compresses those AirPods.
Next, we're going to swap out the engine. You're not using your muscles to push anymore. Instead, your entire leg becomes a stiff spring. It's a concept called the stretch shortening cycle, or SSC. By keeping that leg stiff, you create a tension that resonates perfectly with the carbon plate, kind of like hitting the perfect frequency to make a wine glass sing.
And just look at this comparison. It's night and day, right? Muscling it means you're pushing, you're fighting the shoe, you're burning through energy, and you end up with dead legs at mile 20. But with SSC tension, you bounce. You work with the shoe. You use free energy, and you literally become a passenger of the pop. And finally, we have the delivery system. I want you to forget about swinging your leg forward like a pendulum. Instead, think about your hip making a small, quick oval motion. The knee drives up slightly, and then the hip just drops the foot straight down, landing it perfectly on that sweet spot every single time. So you see, when you put it all together, you get this beautiful, simple formula. The hip oval delivers the foot, the stable landing loads the shoe with body weight, and the SSC tension in your leg amplifies it all. It's a perfect sequence that equals that incredible, effortless pop.
All right, that all sounds great in theory, but how in the world do you know if you're actually doing it right when you're out there running? Well, think of this shoe as having its own real-time dashboard, with green zones for go and red zones for uh-oh.
First, just use your ears. When you nail it, when you're in the green zone, you'll hear this quiet, crisp hiss-pop sound. That's the AirPods doing their thing perfectly. If you're hearing a loud, flat slap, you're in the red zone. That's the sound of you hitting the brakes. Next, tune into the feeling. The green zone feels like a trampoline. The ground literally feels like it's pushing you up and forward. You're floating. The red zone? That's the wobble. Your ankle feels unstable, like it's about to roll, and that awesome pop just vanishes.
And here's the magic number, the ultimate tell. When you find that perfect rhythm, that resonance lock with the shoe, your cadence, your steps per minute, will naturally just float up to 180 or even higher. You won't even have to try. It just happens.
So think of this checklist as your personal diagnostic tool. Next time you're out for a run, ask yourself these questions. Is my landing stable or wobbly? Is my cadence high or low? Am I hearing a quiet hiss or a loud slap? And most importantly, does it feel like the shoe is running for me, or am I fighting it? So if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this powerful idea right here. With a shoe like the Alphafly, you are no longer the engine. Your job is to be the expert technician. You just set the trap perfectly with a stable landing, and then you let the incredible spring mechanics of the shoe and your body's tension do the work, flinging you forward. The only question left is, are you ready to stop fighting and start flying?